Hello, everybody, and welcome to the commentary zone. As you enter the room, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, the notification bell. Tell talks MILF Manor your MILF don't dance. Oh my God, is this not coming off? Okay, there we go, Jamal. I shouldn't like this show.
It's trash TV, and you know what you're getting going in, and so it makes it easier to watch. I think that's really what it is. There's no expectations at all. There's no expectations of reality. There's no expectations of like common sense. It is what it is, and it just keeps getting worse and worse, aka better and better.
Hi, Steven. Oh my God. It's just a whole mess. But I don't know. Just when I think it's getting a little too icky, there is a little redemption. We can't step away from the train wreck, Steven. We just can't. Okay. How do you want to go about this? My God.
So this show, the way I've been watching this show, I've been taking it more so of like character by character, but sons and the mom. It's easier for me to digest and follow
Mm.
everything because if you really watch it, there's a lot going on. There's like a lot going on with each couple, like with the mom and the sons. Like the mom's got stuff going on, the sons got stuff going on. It's a lot to watch, and this show really could be an hour and a half if they wanted it to be because there's so much.
Don't give them any ideas.
I mean, I won't. But do you understand what I'm saying? It's like I feel like I can't turn away. 'Cause I might miss something. So
Okay.
I do want to let's just start with Kelly because she goes and apologizes to what's your name, as you like to say, Stephanie, and she apologizes to
Mhm.
Paula, and she understands she looked like a Karen, and she was acting ridiculous. I'm like, okay, at least you understood that. But interesting note, Jose said like, while she did apologize to Stephanie and my mom,
Mhm.
I'm watching that closely, and pretty much in his mind, he's like, he's kind of like moved on, like, and he moved on quick. I'm like, okay, that's interesting. Your mama has a lot of sway.
No, I think because remember he said he didn't like her behavior, how she was like carrying on like that. Like
Hmm.
I think he sees her outgoing personality as something he'd be attracted to. But then like the ranting and raving and being so loud about it, I don't think he's one of those guys that like to call attention to himself or the person that he's with being that verbose in a
Yes.
completely irrational way. Like it didn't compute for him. And he's like, oh, that's not the kind of person I want to be around with. Like the sexual energy, maybe. But then carrying on like that to
Hmm.
like even his mom, I think even Stephanie, it would have insulted him because she
Hmm.
is somebody who's older and he wouldn't behave like that to someone who was older. He wouldn't disrespect someone else's mom in the
Hmm.
house. So how is he going to condone someone else doing that even if they are peers?
Right.
It's just very weird. And I think his mom has sway over him. Hell yeah, because you saw her manipulate that situation. Hey, Phil. You saw her manipulate that situation. Her and Stephanie are good. I love it. Um, she got a date this not she. I shouldn't say that. Paula. Since wait, no, we talking about Kelly.
Yeah.
Kelly ain't get no date this. She wasn't really featured a lot in this episode.
No.
After her apology, she kind of faded to the background.
Right. Wait a minute. Did she go? No. Remember, she went to the beach with what's his name?
Oh,
Billy.
with Rick, it was Billy or
Billy.
Ricky.
I think it's
Billy.
Billy. I'm
They
pretty sure it's Billy.
interchangeable. Yeah, yeah. One of them boys.
Remember? Because he,
He kiss her
oh,
with food in his mouth. How
oh,
stupid!
oh. And I was just like, no. And he's like, he's very, to me, he comes across as awkward. Like, very,
But is he really into these women? I don't think so. I
mm,
don't think so. And that was Stephanie's son, right?
yes. Billy's
That
with
was
Stephanie.
Stephanie.
Ryan's is
Is
Shannon's.
Shannon. And then April W.'s son is Billy. Where is April W and her son at? Like they're hardly on this show. They better be the ones going home next week. Um anywho, um he was embarrassing. He was like after watching that, I was like, okay, so have you ever been on a date?
Right.
Like you couldn't even be around me. Sorry. And even if I was in my 20s, I would not be attracted to that. Child.
It was just very, very, very awkward. I'm like,
Hi,
no.
cowboy. Um, yeah, so she just seems to be going through all of the boys at this point. I'm not gonna
Which I'm not
lie.
mad at.
I no, ew, ew.
You're there to date.
They're who? I still question how they could go. Well, I guess they don't know these other women. But how
Right.
you gonna be dating somebody if like, oh, I don't know. Anywho, who's next?
Who else was it? Oh, let's talk about Paula. Here's the thing. What do you think about Paula? Because here's my thing with Paula. I like Paula as a person. Sorry for the
Hmm.
background, guys. They're making
We're
smoothies.
at work.
Um,
We're at work.
and she's more interested in who her son is dating than who she's dating. And I'm not really feeling that.
But Paula told Ryan on that bench, I'm here for Jose. I'm here to spend time with Jose. Paula ain't telling no lies.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, she is. I'm assuming, Stephen, you're talking about Kelly. She is there to try to date everybody.
Everybody.
Everybody. Um, Paula is too attached to her son, but I feel like if Kelly didn't do that stunt at the beginning, then she might not have been so overprotective now.
Right.
But that's all I have to say. Paula Paula is not interested in any of these young men. Period. She is here to promote her Miami-based dance studio.
Right?
Done.
I mean, and that's number one. Number two, she's making sure like Jose doesn't fall into any traps with these women.
Yep, and when they leave MILF Manor, they're gonna go and visit some family and then head back to Miami. That's what I see. That's
Because
what I see.
Paula's one of the ones I want to be really out there in the mix, and she's not giving me
Mhm.
that. I need her to mess with these young men and hurt their feelings and do
Nope,
all that kind of. She's not giving me that.
she's not. And she's being upfront with it. She told Ryan,
She is.
I'm here to be with Jose. I can't find fault with her for being honest.
No, you can't. But she's like, you know what? You one of the ones I actually want to see be in the mess.
No, there was an attack on her perimeter. So she's got all the walls up now.
Right?
Kelly messed that up. Kelly, but it might lead to an opportunity for another mom to take her place. You know what I mean? Like to be active out there. Um,
Oh, for
I'm
sure.
hoping for Charlene.
So here's the thing with Charlene. I like Charlene as a person. She seems cool.
Mhm.
She seems the one that you want to hang out with. But
Mhm.
whenever she starts to feel a little confident, it's like she buffers it with some sort of insecurity or some statement of insecurity.
Mhm.
And I'm like, okay, you're taking this step forward. You're putting yourself out there. This is great. But then she retreats and falls back. I'm like,
Mhm.
well, I'm not sure. I'm like, no, just have fun. Just you're there to have a good time.
Here's the thing. I know you want all of them to be like hoe bags, but like I told you privately, I feel like she has a role to play as like a mama bear on the show. And the reason why I don't know why I like Charlene. Like she's not giving hoe energy. She's just giving mom energy, but in a good way,
Mhm.
not like Paula is. Um like how she instinctively went to Jimmy when he was hurt by So Young's admission about sleeping with his best friend. Like that should have been So Young there, but it was Charlene. And she was talking to him and she was getting him to respond back to her, you know?
Right.
And he shut down when his mom came. Like the show needs something like that because this show could be damaging. Let's just call a thing a thing. Some of these little young pups, they're not too mature. Okay. So I think Charlene has a place. Do I think she gonna get any peen? Probably not. Or, she might slip and fall on one. You never know. Accidents happen all the time. But I think she has a role there, just not the one she signed up for. Vale asks, I wonder if they all knew they were going to be dating each other's sons. They said it was a surprise. No, for sure. Didn't know until day of. No way their reaction was fake. Oh, so you believe it. The look on the ladies' faces was genuine. Yeah, the look of disappointment. Oh, wait, do you know her? Know
Oh,
her?
yeah. Cowboys 19 says she is my husband's ex-wife.
What? Wait. Um, what? Oh my God. Well, condolences on the loss of your stepdaughter. Not this show. Oh my God. Yes, G5, we are doing this show. Charlene, is Charlene nice? Can they anything, cowboy? Oh my gosh.
Well, with her, I understand.
Wow.
So with her, it's just like I'm not. Here's the thing with Charlene. Now, I understand you said she has a role to play. I keep wondering, is she just
Mhm.
playing this role to fall on something, or is she really this way?
I think she's this way. And I think a lot of things factor into it. I think she has insecurities. Um, just she lost her daughter, her son's a stripper. Like, what is she doing? I, maybe she's just a little lost right now. She did say that she came on this show because she's doing it for her daughter. That didn't sound
Mhm.
like the healthiest of comments to make. Like you coming on a show so that you can get 20-year-old dick and you doing it for your dead baby girl. No disrespect intended, but it made me look at her and say, "What? Huh?"
No, I get it. No, I
And
get
then
it.
and when we first met her, the other women would say hi, and instantly she was insecure about her actual figure. She's got a voluptuous figure. She's got an
Right.
awesome figure. I love it. It goes in, it goes out in all the right places. Bing, bang, boom. She's got a great personality. She's smart. She has a lot to offer. I just wish she could see that. I get the feeling like she doesn't appreciate what she has to offer. I don't know.
I agree.
Maybe I'm making too much of it. I mean, if anybody who knows her in the chat could say something different, I don't know.
She needs to.
I like her.
She needs to show. She needs to show up in like a corset and let it be done. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
Could you
I don't
imagine if she
know.
showed up to dinner in a nice black leather corset cinched in all the way to where she can barely breathe, but she's okay to walk. Them little boys won't know what to do.
With the overflowing tatas. Yup. That'd be nice, but look, she got to go at her own pace, and she got to do what she feels comfortable with. I think she just feels really comfortable being a mom. I think that's instinctive to her. I don't think I wonder about some of the other ladies. This kind of show, to be honest. Oh, we don't either, cowboys. We don't. But we're here for a dumpster fire, and we don't
And
know
my
any of these people.
and the thing is though, with this show, this I think this show wouldn't have got the reception it got
Mhm.
if the dating pool wasn't related. Because the what people are focusing on is like the relationship between the dating pool and the moms, and that's
Mhm.
the only thing they're complaining about. They're not complaining about the mess. They're complaining about the relationship.
Mm. At first, she moved to Hollywood to be discovered and make it big.
That makes sense.
Oh.
Like to me, that's how I feel about Kelly. I think Kelly's on the show to become famous. I think she wants to be reality TV famous because she just
Mhm.
put it all out there. She don't care, and like I said, she's giving me Dollar General Bronwyn, and that's just the way I
Right.
see her.
I see her auditioning for Real Housewives of Orange County. That's what I
Yes.
see. From the moment she said, "I have the best trainer in Orange County." I was like, "Yeah, girl. So
Hmm.
does everyone else. Whatever."
Hmm.
But I also, now that you're saying that with the auditioning, we have to look at April J because she's an actress.
But April J just going with the flow though. She just do not care.
April J want them old lady roles. That's what she wants. She wants her agent to start earning his 10% of nothing.
Yes.
Okay, so yes, and we definitely don't agree with Harrison to be doing this for sure. We hate it so much. Well, maybe this will get him out of the strip club.
No, he's bartending now.
Oh, he not doing a strip club? The bartender at the strip club? Nothing? Just
No, he's
bartending?
just bartending.
Mm,
And like I said,
wow.
like with this show, the only issue I really have is the fact that these are mothers and sons. If these were just like older women dating younger men, completely fine. Like this is fantastic TV. But when you see it's the sons, and then you see how the sons are acting,
Mm-hmm.
it's a whole mess.
Yeah. No, it is. It is. Um, okay, so that was Charlene and Harrison we were talking about. Who was we
Yeah,
talking about?
Charlene,
Okay.
Charlene Harrison. Yeah,
What'd you think about her date with Jose though? Because she won the
that,
dancing competition, her and Harrison.
that was dry, like
But them
dry.
women was getting on like they ain't never seen a strip show before. Like, come on, girls. They did everything
Right,
except throw pesos.
right.
It was embarrassing. But I thought it was nice that they all unanimously voted for Charlene to win. So both of them got to choose a date, and Charlene chose Jose, and Harrison chose Stephanie. Stephanie, the it girl in this house. He's not doing that.
Yeah,
He's in
yeah. He's
college
in college
playing
playing football.
football.
He hopes to make it to the NFL. Yeah,
Oh.
like Charlene's date with Jose was terrible. There was nothing there. I was like, is it over yet? It
But
was
I
just
thought
real
it was
dry.
sweet though, because some of these dates
Debbie,
are atrocious.
we're not here for sweet. We're here for the mess. We're here for connection. We're here for like spiciness. She gave us none of that, and it's
But
what
I
to
don't
do with
expect
her.
it from her.
Mm, she seems uncomfortable. That's the only. I think that's what really shines through for me. And I'll say it like that. She
I
seems
was
very uncomfortable.
I was disappointed in her because at the pool she was telling one of the other MILFs, um, Ryan is the one that got the big dick energy up in here. He the one that's the most sexual. And then you get the chance to pick a date and you pick Jose. Like I would have went after the D.
Might as well.
I mean, if that's what you're really here for. Just saying.
Oh yeah, Cowboys, 1,000%. Charlene is a nice person, but needs to address a bunch of emotional issues.
Mm-hmm.
That's so really apparent, which is why
Mm-hmm.
she's she's not ready to be on this show, in my opinion.
Oh my God. Hey, Tina. Hey, Tina. That's my friend from Heidi show. What else? What else? Okay, so you didn't like the date with Jose. Since we're talking about Charlene, what about Harrison's date with Stephanie? That was a masterpiece.
Okay, Harrison was the MVP of this episode because he's the one who had me just rolling, and he really thought he was doing something by answering those questions honestly. He really thought about saying another woman's name in such with such like 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 who are like you the most attracted to? Oh, so young and da, da, da. I'm like, okay, no. And then she's like, okay, who do you feel you get the most connection with? No, who do you feel like who
No,
attracted you first or something like that? It was like so young. So young was
no,
the
it
first
was
question.
connection was so
So young, right?
young, and he said
Right.
because he liked her vibe. And then who are you most
He
attractive
was
to
attracted
was
to
Paula,
Paula.
and
Oh,
Stephanie was epic. She was like, "Why am I here?"
right. It was just, but the way Harrison was really proud of himself, though.
He
Like
was.
he was
But
proud
he
of like,
said it and he didn't even look at her though. I found it weird. Like he
no.
was talking to her, but he wasn't looking at her. Like she was looking at him and he was
Mhm.
looking at his mom on the dance floor or something. I was just like, wait, what? He not into none of these old ladies.
I don't think so.
And I'm not saying old as in derogatory. I'm just saying old as in someone my age. He not interested in none of these old ladies. Oh my God. Whatever. Anyway, missed opportunities for the dancing competition for both Harrison and Charlene. I thought they could have chosen better. Okay. Um G5, we can't with this show neither, but I can't help but watch it. It's such trash. Okay, so who's next?
Let's see. Let's see. Oh, let's go to Ryan because I think Ryan's my favorite right now. I really do because
Okay, before we
he's
talk
very
about
straightforward.
Ryan, let's do the mom first.
Sure.
Shannon at the dance competition. What was she wearing? Why were her titties falling out? What? Why was her belly exposed? Like I have a belly. I would never expose it and put crisscross strings across it to emphasize all of the dimples and cellulite in my belly. And then I wouldn't have on a sparkly thing over my breasticles and have them dropping out underneath the bottom. Like what was she wearing?
She was
And
being sexy,
kudos to
Debbie.
her. But no, kudos to her for having the courage to wear that and being self-confident enough to wear that. Maybe I'm just too big now to do something like that, but it was okay until she started dancing and things started falling out. Oof. Oof. Did she do anything else?
Not that I recall.
Any commentary on that outfit? Was it getting you going?
No. No, I was just like I was so with me the outfit was secondary. It was the dancing that killed me. Like no, mm-mm.
I didn't think her dancing was that bad. It was a little restrained, but
Um,
I think she could have
yeah,
put more into it.
yes,
She has some good moves.
no, she didn't.
Yeah, she did. Come on, she could have been worse.
She could have been.
I thought she had some pretty good moves. I just felt like she was like, okay, so when Brittany was still on the medication and she was like barely into the moves, that's how she was. Like she not saying that she was on medication, but I don't think she was giving it her all. I don't think she was giving it her Sasha Fierce. I think she showed up as Brittany on meds. That's it.
Hold on, hold
You
on, hold
waiting
on.
for yes, Ryan, I'm waiting for this. I'm waiting for this. Jamal and Debbie read Cowboys comment. They knew. No way. They knew. Oh,
Wow.
oh. Um,
See, that's a shame.
but
But
why are
see,
we
hold on.
surprised?
But see, Debbie, we said this though. Remember, we said there's no way they cannot know because they live at the same address, some of them, and
Yeah,
the same envelope will come to the house with the same. Yeah, like
yeah. They signed the
it's just
contracts. They signed the contracts. And these young boys don't have attorneys that's going to look at those contracts for them. They're going to go to their moms. They know it. And half of them probably had to get their daddy. No, they're over 18. They don't have to get daddy
yeah,
approval to go nowhere.
no,
But honestly, eh, how are you and your son both going to Mexico for dating shows? And it's by the same production
that's it.
company,
At the same
and then
time,
you're going to the same city, and what a coinky dink. Okay.
oh. But I'm not gonna lie. It is so fun to look at them, watch them be uncomfortable.
Mhm.
That's the fun part, and I kind of feel bad for saying that, but then I don't because it's hilarious. Especially what's his name, Gabriel.
Mhm.
Oh, he gives me the most entertainment because he'd be real mad that dudes is macking on his mom.
Mad for no reason though. But okay. What did he say he is? A bartender, a model, a singer, and
Right?
something else?
Yeah. Oh, a world traveler.
And world traveler. Did he take a bath this episode? He looked kind of cleaner. Cause like I thought his freckles was popping. I don't know. There's something about him. Like when Harrison selected Stephanie and that look he was given on the couch, I didn't like that. And then his assumption that he is in with Stephanie after you wasted your date, because there was a three-person date for
Right.
the mezcal tasting, right? He spent
Hmm.
that whole date throwing crickets at his mom and Joey and spitting stuff out on the floor. I don't know how Stephanie sat there and took that. I really don't. Like, I really question her because she seems to think that he had a good vibe. Why is everybody saying that everybody got good vibes? What's wrong with y'all? $1,000 per week total of 4,000. That's what they got paid. They were there for 4 weeks. I know I couldn't be doing that. Were they throwing in food?
I'm sure food was included.
I know that is crazy. Well, hopefully it's a launching pad for like April to get her career back on track. Charlene, if that's what she want to do. Ryan, that 4 grand could go towards books, housing at school. You
Yep.
know, it is what it is. And they got a month-long vacation and $4,000 on
Exactly.
top of it. Charlene is laying back there getting the deepest Jersey tan ever. She might as well be down at the Jersey Shore because she is darkened down beautifully. Her tan. She better be careful though. I think she needs to ease up on the tanning. Just saying. But so Young's improving her tan. All of them. I shoot $4,000 though. I couldn't go through that humiliation for $4,000.
Debbie needs 5 grand per episode, or she ain't doing it.
Yeah, I mean, ugh. Yeah, that's a lot to ask for me. What else? What else? What else?
Let's talk about that date then. To me, it was a waste. It was a waste of time. You know, the only person I was interested in was Ryan and his date. His date was who?
Paula.
It was
Paula.
Paula, right? I
Yeah, because
do,
that's when she
I do
told
like that.
him. That
Right.
was the most interesting date because Ryan is here for business. He ready to max
Yes.
puss, right? So he is going through all of these women systematically. He's the female Kelly, but he's serious. And he has strategy for this. So he's going to go through each woman. He's going to determine pros and cons. He asks really good questions. And he's not wasting his time by worrying about other people, like the other boys. He is focusing on the women. And that's why they're looking at him as the most mature, him and Jose, because they don't focus on the other boys, they focus on the women. And I think that's what Gabriel and Joey are missing.
Right.
Ryan is a grown ass man. Oh my God. Ryan.
But remember, was it? I think it was Stephanie who asked him like, "How do you have you ever dated someone with children?" He's like, at
Mhm.
my age, I'm used to it. I'm like, okay, that says a lot. That says a
Ain't they
lot.
from Detroit though?
Yes,
Okay. He like what, 26, 28?
I want to say he's 30. I think he said he was
He's
30.
30? Then yeah, I can see that. I can see that because when my nephew was 30, he didn't have a baby yet, but like a lot of his friends did.
Right. That makes sense though. But I just like the way
Mhm.
he was like he was upfront. He's like, I'm just used to it at this point.
Mm. He does have a level of maturity that most of the young men on this show do not have. Um, but I wouldn't be touching him with a 10-foot pole since he was the one who said he had an 8-person orgy for his birthday. Okay, that was right below I got pink eye while licking ass. That was a no-go for me. Sorry. Sorry. Um so what did you think of Paula's confession to him? Did we already talk about that? Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Um, okay, so what else did he do this episode? Who did he come up against?
Who? Which
Because
person?
I know Gabriel feels threatened
Oh,
by
anyone
Ryan.
who anyone who dares ask out Stephanie, because remember he didn't like the way Harrison um,
Yes.
picked Stephanie, so he feels like
Mhm.
Stephanie is his woman because they have such a deep connection. Now I'm sitting here like, where is it? I'm confused. Does
For
Stephanie know?
real. Because he acted like a whole clown at that date that they had for the mezcal tasting. And
Yeah,
forgive if I'm not pronouncing that right. That's the only thing that is cringy about Ryan. What? That he had the orgy? I'm sure there's other things that are cringy about him and his mama. Mm. Um, who else? Who else did we talk
I think
about April and Gabriel?
we touched on them, but not much. But for me, there's not too much. You talk about April and Joy, right?
Well, A- April, her son is Gabriel, but
Right,
she had the date with Joey, but
Joey.
Gabriel was acting the fool because there were three couples at that
Yeah,
tequila tasting.
right. And Joey, well, no, Gabriel didn't like the fact that Joey picked his mom for the date. I'm just like, dude, like he's too concerned about everybody else, and that's why Stephanie's not messing with him because he's not focused on Stephanie. Because if you really like Stephanie, you will focus on her and make time for her, and you ain't doing that.
But what did Stephanie say to Ryan? Was it last week about Gabriel? Like she put Gabriel in the friend zone, didn't she?
That was this week. That was this episode.
That was
Yeah, she's
this
like
week.
he's because he asked her. He said, "So how do you feel about Gabriel?" He was straight to the point. Like, okay, and she's like, she's like, we're more like just friends. I'm like, oof,
But this is
okay,
why I like Ryan because he's the only one that's asking these questions and these women are answering. Because he got the truth out of Stephanie regarding Gabriel.
Mm-hmm.
which gives him a clear lead in to go after her. With Paula, he got the truth out of her with regards to what her real
Mm-hmm.
intentions are at being in the villa is to be with her son. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you can't find fault with him. He asks the questions that we want to know, and these people respond.
1000%. He. You know what? He's the one that's there to me for like quote unquote the right reasons. Like you said, he's about business.
Mhm.
He don't care about nobody else.
Yep, he is systematically going through these women, and he's going to determine which one is the best one for him to bag. He's doing it better than Kelly because Kelly's just firing off random shots,
Right.
and sticking her tongue down any throat. Whereas he's sitting down and he's talking to these women, he's assessing them, and then he's creating a strategy, if you will. It's really weird. Oh my God. Oof. All right. And who else?
I think we touched on everybody but Lily So Young, but she really wasn't
Uh-huh.
featured. You know, because she wasn't picked for a date, so she really wasn't featured.
Well, not for a date, but there
Right.
was a reconciliation between her and Jimmy because last week it didn't end very well with them. He was shattered at the realization that his mom, has sex with his best friend, and he couldn't handle that. And somehow this week, I think once the news settled down, I like what he said. He's like, I had a great childhood. She's a great mom. I don't have anything to complain about, but you just have to understand that things like that could hurt. And last week, she wasn't taking accountability for what she said. And I think this week, it took her long enough, but she finally did. And she finally realized that she needed to apologize to him. Because what mom, what son wants to know that their mom has sex with their best friend? Like, for real. And that
Right.
boy would not be my best friend. Mm.
Right.
Ryan, I know if I was Jimmy, I wouldn't be. How could you? He like, okay, so both of y'all know his mama crutch. Like, only one of y'all should know about that, and that should be Jimmy because he came through there. I'm sorry, like, if I had a best guy friend and he slept with my mom, we would not be friends. If he slept
Fair
with my
point.
mom and she got Alzheimer's, there would be police involved, right? But just saying, I don't know. It would be weird for me. Maybe I'm not that mature. Maybe I'm not that mature. Maybe it doesn't matter anymore. Maybe I'm just too old. Maybe for young people, it doesn't matter.
Here's
Oh,
the
that's true,
one.
Ryan. His BFF kept that secret from Jimmy, too.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it was a lie. Anywho, I think So Young's tan is awesome as well. And when she had on that olive green bathing suit, she was looking amazing. Loved it. And the last pairing is April W and her son, Billy, Bobby, Ricky, Mike, whoever. Um, we saw them a little bit in the dance competition. That was about it. Hopefully they'll go home next week. I don't know. Anything else with this episode?
No, I think we didn't cover everything.
Did we have a preview for next week's show?
Oh, that was when they announced that someone was going home.
Oh yeah. Well, I wonder if she got paid for the full time there.
Right.
Interesting. All right, y'all. Well, that's it for today. Our trash box edition of the commentary zone is at an end right now. Join us tomorrow. We're going to be talking two tons of fun with 1,000 Pound Sisters, 1,000 Pound Best Friends, and then, of course, back to reality with the Real Housewives of Miami. So we're going to have a triple header tomorrow. Join us then. And thank you, Cowboys 19, for joining us and giving us that little bit of insight into Charlene. I still like her. Um, I just don't I don't see her here as, getting dick down. I just see her here as a mom figure. And that's not like too terrible,
No,
is it?
no. Everyone has their role to play.
Yes, yes. All right, y'all, bring your notes for tomorrow. I have to go and watch these shows again because I did not take notes for any of the 2 Tons of Fun programs. Pray for me, y'all, that I got to watch this stupidity again. Okay, so Jamal, any final comments?
No, we're good to go.
All right, you guys have been awesome. Thank you so much. Can't wait to see the comments below. And if you say that we're mean, thank you so much. We appreciate it. Until next time.
Yep.
Bye.